video, I'm going to be showing you 5 things you need to know before you register for Post UTME in the year 2022. Let's get right in. So the first thing you need to know about Post UTME is the results that they need. For a normal Post UTME exam, you need your O-level results. Then you also need your JAMB results. Now your O-level results can be 2 sitting or 1 sitting. You can combine 2 results together, or you use 1 result depending on the kind of course you are going for. For example, medical students, most times they don't allow them combining 2 results together, but basic sciences and some other little courses like that, I don't want to call them little, but normal courses can still allow 2 sittings. So the first thing you need to have is your O-level results and your JAMB results. Make sure that they are available and strong before you register for the Post UTME. Number 1, you need to check the cutoff mark that the university has used in the past. So when you check the cutoff mark the university has used in the past, in respect to your course that you want to study, for instance, you want to study agricultural extension and you want to attend maybe OAU, so you must have checked, okay, what are the cutoff mark that OAU has placed on agricultural extension for the past 2 to 3 years, so you can use that to prepare ahead. Then also check the exam mode for the Post UTME of the university you want to go. Check the exam mode of the university you want to go. For instance, in OAU, their Post UTME is Maths, English, and General Studies, while in University of Ibadan, their Post UTME is your normal physics, chemistry, biology, English, and your JAMB subjects. So it depends on the university you are going. Any university you are going, check the exams there, go online, check, join groups, tell them to enlighten you more about it. Check the exam mode so that you can prepare well, so that you will not go and be reading your physics, chemistry, biology, whereas they are not going to ask you any of that in your Post UTME. Maybe it's just going to be a general knowledge exam. So also try to check for the exam mode of the Post UTME of the school you are going to attend. Now the next thing you want to do is to check whether your university actually does Post UTME or just a normal screening exercise. For instance, in Ekiti State University, they don't do Post UTME, they just do screening exercise where they aggregate your O-level results and your JAMB results together. In Ekiti State University, your O-level is 40%, your JAMB is 60%, so to say. But in University of Ibadan, they do Post UTME and they take their Post UTME as serious as anything. They don't even give respect to O-level. In University of Ibadan, they do Post UTME and they use your Post UTME and your JAMB. So check, what does your university prioritize? Do they take note of the Post UTME or just a normal screening exercise? So the exam your university does is what will determine how you prepare well for it. For instance, now a student that is going to the Ekiti State University might not really prepare hard for Post UTME because he knows he's not doing anything, he's not going to act on any information. But a student that is going to University of Ibadan knows that he has a huge task ahead of him to prepare well for their Post UTME, because University of Ibadan take their Post UTME very, very seriously. Like, they take it very, very seriously. Yes. So another thing you want to check out is that the university you are going to, what is the cutoff mark they need before you can register for their Post UTME? There are some universities that they give a JAMB cutoff mark before you can register. For instance, in OAU, for you to study medicine in OAU, there was a year I had a friend that was to attend OAU to study medicine. OAU's cutoff mark that year was 275 according to the person, and she had 270. Because of just that 5 mark gap, she couldn't register for the Post UTME for medicine. So check the JAMB cutoff mark that the school has placed on the writers of Post UTME as respect to your department. So is that what will determine whether you are still going to even register in that school to write Post UTME in the first place or not. Check that also. Then also, one of the things you need to put into consideration is to use the past question of the school you are going to study. This is very key. Please and please and please don't read randomly. Post UTME is not WAEC, Post UTME is not JAMB, Post UTME is not a classwork. Post UTME is your department, is your school. Use the past question of your school to study. The past question for UniBen will be different from the past question of FUTA or Uniport. Use the past question of your school to study. For instance, I have seen the past question for University of Ibadan is very, very different from the past question for UniBen. So use the past question of your school to study so that you can know how they set the exams. But if you just read randomly that anyhow, anything I say, I'll just answer it that way. You might not maximize the exam very well. I remember when I was doing my NAPTEP exam, I don't know anything about NAPTEP. I only read normally, and I didn't really use the past questions, stuff like that. But not until when I saw the exam, because of this simple mistake, I failed English in the final exam. You get that kind of stuff. Use the past questions in your school to study so that you can know, okay, my school, my department, they take this serious, they don't take this serious. You can know the nooks and crannies of the exam of the school you're attending. Now, I want to give you guys a caution. The cutoff mark of a school always come out after Post UTME. When you check the internet for any cutoff mark, true, you see cutoff marks. Okay, cutoff mark for medicine, cutoff mark for nursing, cutoff mark for, and you can even put year 2022 or the year you are in. But let me tell you the truth, the cutoff mark of a university always comes out after the Post UTME. And let me tell you why. After a lot of candidates have written their Post UTME, maybe 10,000 candidates read their Post UTME, and the school wants to admit 5,000 students, they will check the best 5,000 and binge their cutoff mark to favor the best 5,000 students. So it's not just a random selection. Just because your school told you 160, you now score 160, and there are people that score 300 in that same department that you are trying to enter. So you don't expect they just give you 160 like that, they just give you admission like that. No, they will check the best 5,000 and binge their cutoff mark to that quota. So if you are preparing for a Post UTME, try as much as possible to score the best, be the best of yourself, study to get the best. When you do that, even if the cutoff mark is higher than what you got, but you can still favor yourself to be among those class of students that will get admitted. For instance, let's say the cutoff mark for your course is 75% over 100, and you scored like 73. Now, maybe not all the people that will score, not everybody will score 75 and above. Some people might score 80, some people might score 75, some people might score 74. You get, some might score 73, some people might score thereabout. But if you already have your goods mark, or let's assume you scored 75 and the cutoff mark was 75. Now there are people that have 80, there are people that have 85, there are people that have 90, but at least you have a good mark, you have a confidence that, okay, let's see what goes. No matter what, at least I made the cutoff mark. You still have a space for admission. You get. And one last thing I want to tell you guys is that doesn't matter what your WAEC result says, doesn't matter what your JAMB result says, any school that offers Post UTME, it means they want to do their own personal assessment for the students. It's not the exam where you can run, it's not an exam where you can try to play smart with it. No, the system is very clear. Do what you know and leave the rest. So if you're preparing for a Post UTME exam, please, I beg you, prepare well, so that you can make the best of your exam and receive your admission in year 2022.